Hare Krishna. So I'm really grateful to be with all of you on this special occasion of most holy of the festivals of Radhastami. In Śrīmad Bhagavatam, in first canto, it is said, Vedanti tat tattvavidas tattvam yaj jnana madhvayam brahmati paramatmati bhagavaniti shabdati. That there is one advaya gyan, or one non-dual consciousness, one absolute truth that is featured, present in three features as Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. So the Lord is one, nothing is outside of the Lord. And also in the second canto, the Lord himself explains to Brahma, he says, Aham evasam evagri nanyat yat sat sasat param pashataham yatitarsha yovashashita sosmeham. He explains that before the creation, only I existed. And now that creation exists, only I exist. And after annihilation of the universe, only I will exist. So we can see that there is one absolute reality, and every manifestation that we can perceive is just manifestation of the Lord, of one absolute truth. So, but for this absolute reality, one may think that then this is some kind of impersonalist philosophy. But no, this absolute reality is a person, and it's his quality is to always enjoy. He wants to enjoy. Like every living entity, Anandamayo Vyasat, it is explained in Vedanta Sutra, that the Lord himself, and because of the Lord, every living entity is a living entity of pleasure, of enjoyment, of fun. Yes. Everyone wants to have fun. When I was a teenager, I was a punk. And I remember there was an interview with Sid Vicious. I don't know, maybe have anyone heard of you for Sid Vicious? Anyone have heard for Sid Vicious? Yes, few of you. He was notorious member of notorious band Sex Pistols. And there was an interview few weeks maybe before he died, at age, I don't know, 24 or something, or 22, very young. And I forgot about the interview, what was going on, but there was one question. The interviewer asked him, what's your purpose, or something like this, and he said, I want to have fun. This is my goal in life, to have fun. So we can see Anandamayo Vyasat. Everyone wants to have fun. And then this interviewer asked him, do you have fun at the moment? And he answered, are you kidding? I have no fun at all. Yes. He had money, he had fame, he had all facilities to enjoy, to have fun, but he didn't have fun at all. Yes. And then he said that he would be rather under the ground, and he achieved this purpose in a few days or a few weeks maybe. Yes, so everyone wants to be happy, but the problem is that in the material world no one knows actually the secret of becoming happy, of experiencing joy. and fun. Yes. So the Lord, for this purpose, to enjoy, He's not satisfied alone. Yeah, no one can be satisfied alone. Actually, this is the worst kind of punishment if you are put into the what's the name of prison to be alone? Solitary. Yes. Yes. If you're locked alone, it's considered a worst punishment. Yes, because everyone wants to have some exchange of some rasa, of some love, actually, basically. So Lord also expands as Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. This is his first expansion, his first, actually, his main energy. Of course, we know he expands also as Balaram and different Vishnu tattvas, but as Shakti, he expands as Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. Yes. And Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī is the personification of love. Yes. She's called Prema Rupa. Yes, Prema Rupa. That means she's personification of love. And therefore, she can give Krishna the utmost pleasure, utmost happiness. Yes. And the Lord enjoys with Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī in different ways. And this Shringara rasa or Madhurya rasa, this conjugal love, as Prabhupada translates, is actually the fountain of all different relationships. Yes, this loving relationship in Madhurya rasa is containing all different relationships within itself. Therefore, Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī is actually the original Shakti, from whom all other different Shaktis appear. And we living entities are also Radharāṇi's Shakti. Yes, so we are also Shaktis of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī herself. Yes. So, and it's interesting that Krishna enjoys with Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī in Parakiya rasa. Parakiya rasa means unwedded relationship. And why he's enjoying in Parakiya rasa? Why not in Svakiya rasa or wedded to be his wife? It's interesting that Krishna turns the most lowly things from this world to the most elevated things in the spiritual world. Yes. For example, here he in Vrindavan, especially in Vrindavan, he puts on himself these different minerals. He colors himself with different minerals and put different forest flowers and so on his body, and garlands himself with kunja berries and so on, which are all these ornaments are considered very lowly, but actually they are most beautiful in the spiritual world. Yes. So also this unwedded love, which is in this world most abominable, in spiritual world is the highest form of loving expression. Yes. So we should understand that this creates very powerful bondage and And this mellow of unwedded love is so attractive because there are many obstacles to such love usually. Yes. And even because Radharāṇī in this lila of eternal play of Lord Krishna, she's married to some other boy, some other man. She's married to Abhimanyu. So Krishna is teaching us that he's the utmost enjoyer. And there is many different leelas that Krishna and Radharāṇī perform in the spiritual world. And the whole purpose of spiritual development is to connect with this Lord's Lila in our heart, to listen to this Lord's Lila regularly and systematically. Because if you don't listen systematically, we cannot approach it. Therefore, it is explained that we should go systematically through all 9 cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam to finally understand properly, in proper mood, the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes. It's not possible to understand 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam without proper understanding of first 9 cantos. Yes. So, there are different leelas. Thank you very much. Different leelas, which are very sweet leelas in Vrindavan. There is one leela in which Krishna and in fact Radharāṇī in the month of Magha. This is in January, which is in which this is time which is very cold. Yes, and she went early in the morning to take bath in the Yamuna. This is considered very pious act, to take bath early in the morning, very early, which is very cold. Actually, in Vrindavan can get around 0 degrees. Have you ever any time been in Vrindavan in this time? Yes, can get very cold, isn't it? And early in the morning can be around 0 degrees. And taking bath in Yamuna, it's not very pleasant at that time. So it's considered to be a very pious act. So she went every day to take bath with her girlfriends, and Krishna, before we mention Krishna, there was a Kutila. Kutila is a sister of Abhimanyu, that means sister-in-law of Śrīmatī Radharāṇī. And she became suspicious. Why is Radharāṇī going to Yamuna early in the morning, in the darkness still, to take bath? And she went with some excuse to Nandagram to see what Krishna is doing at the time. And she saw that Krishna is also gone to Yamuna by the order of Mother Yashoda. And she became very suspicious. So she followed the footsteps of Krishna, because Krishna has different signs on his soles of his feet, like elephant, goat, and chakra is there, and half moon is there, and different signs are there on the soles of Lord Krishna. So these signs got imprinted in the mud of Vrindavan, in the Vrindavan dust. And so she went to and she followed the footsteps of Krishna to see what Krishna is doing at the time. And she was slowly approaching to the bower where Krishna and Radharāṇī and the gopis were sitting and having great fun together. But Śrīmatī Radharāṇī has different manjaris or different girlfriends that they watch what's going on around the place. So Tulsi Manjari, which is the other name of Rati Manjari, who is Raghunath Das Goswami, who is our Prayojanacharya, she saw that Kutila is approaching this bower of Radha and Krishna. So she went and informed Radha and Krishna that Kutila is just about to come. Please, Krishna, do something. And Krishna said, and then all the girls became very afraid, what will happen now? But Krishna said, don't worry. Just see what prank I will perform. So she went and changed his form to Abhimanyu, or the brother of Kutila and a husband of Śrīmatī Radharāṇī. And he said to Kutila, oh sister, where did you go so early in the morning? And she said, I'm searching for this womanizer Krishna. I went to Nandagram and I've heard that he went out to Yamuna to take bath, and Śrīmatī Radharāṇī also went there to take bath. So I want to see if they are together. And what are you doing here? And he said, one bull of mine just escaped and I'm searching for my bull. So please go and see if Śrīmatī Radharāṇī is there with Krishna, and if she's there, I will go and inform King Kamsa to come with his soldiers and arrest Krishna and Nanda. And so I will wait you here, and you just go and check if Krishna and Radharāṇī are there together. And so she went to the bower, and she couldn't find Krishna, but she smelled Krishna. And she said, Krishna and Radharāṇī were together here. And Lalita answered, how can you say? Krishna is not here. And then she said, but I smell Hari. But Hari also means a lion. And then Lalita said, oh, there is a lion here. Thank you to inform us. We are very much afraid. We should get out of here very immediately, actually. And then Kutila became very angry and broke open the bower and found there was no Krishna there, of course, and no Radharāṇī anymore, because they were out. And but she saw a broken garland of both garlands of Radha and Krishna, and she took these garlands and went back to Abhimanyu, to Krishna, who was dressed as Abhimanyu. And she said, you see, I couldn't find this Krishna there, but you see, here there are garlands. And then he said, okay, I will take this proof to Mathura, and I will said to King Kamsa that he has to send soldiers to arrest Krishna. So please just go home now, and I will return back. Don't tell this to anyone, because then maybe people will know, and they will tell Nanda and Krishna, and they will escape. So, so no one should know for this. This should be secret. So Kutila went home, and then Krishna came to Radharāṇī's home in Yavat, because Radharāṇī, after this bath, she went home, and then Krishna came there and said, Kutila and Jatila was his was a mother of Abhimanyu, mother-in-law of Radharāṇī. He said, I went to Mathura, and now these soldiers will come, 100 soldiers will come very soon. But I've heard that this Krishna has changed form to my form. So please be on guard here. I will go to Śrīmatī Radharāṇī's place. I will go to Śrīmatī Radharāṇī's place, but you stay here and see if Abhimanyu comes. If Krishna comes, throw mud in him and chase him away with most degraded words. And so Krishna went inside of the house and had fun with Śrīmatī Radharāṇī. And Kutila and Jatila were standing outside and guarding if Krishna would come in the guise of Abhimanyu. And then the real Abhimanyu came home, and suddenly Kutila and Jatila started to throwing mud at him and starting to shout at him. Just see how impudent you are, that you dare to come to our house in the guise of Abhimanyu. And then Abhimanyu was completely perplexed. My mother and sister are hunted by some ghost. So I better to find some exorcist. So he went away. And Krishna and Radharāṇī had great fun in the house. So yes, Krishna and Radharāṇī performed many such very sweet pastimes, and actually the purpose of our life is to become assistant of Śrīmatī Radharāṇī and Krishna in their pastimes. We should properly understand these pastimes. These are not pastimes of ordinary material world, of ordinary material people. These are pastimes of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because he wants to have utmost fun, actually. Utmost fun. And he has utmost fun with such sweet lila. Yes, with such sweet lila. One other lila, which is also took place at Radharāṇī's in-laws' house, was when Śrīmatī Radharāṇī became upset with Krishna, and she didn't want to see Krishna for a long time. And then Krishna became really despondent. What to do? How can I achieve Radha's favor? And he decided that with Kundalata, which is his relative, that he will turn to female singer. Have you heard about this story? Who have heard about this story? No one? So yes, so it will be more attractive. Yes. So one day he decided that he will win Radha's favor again if he appears as female singer. And so the evening was approaching, and Krishna came with Kundalata to Radharāṇī's place. And Radharāṇī is just when she saw this female singer, was completely captivated by her beauty. Yes, and she felt unusual, extreme attraction to this female singer. actually. And then she asked, who is this girl? I haven't seen such a beautiful girl. Actually, Krishna can be most beautiful girl. No girl can be as beautiful as Krishna. Yes. So she came to Krishna and to Kundalata and asked her, who is this girl, who beautiful girl? And she said that this is Kalavali, famous singer, who is disciple of Brihaspati himself. Brihaspati is a spiritual master of the demigods, and he is also the most expert singer. So she explained that Kalavali was one time Brihaspati was visiting Mathura, and Kalavali heard how beautifully Brihaspati sang some special celestial song, very difficult to sing. And the next day, she explained, that Kalavali was singing this song just for herself. And Brihaspati happened to pass by, and he heard this beautiful voice of his own song sang by some mortal girl. And he was very astounded, how is this possible? So he went and he saw this beautiful girl singing his song, and he asked her, how could you, where did you learn this song? And she said to him that I've just heard you sang this song yesterday, and I remembered it, and I'm singing it now. And he said, you're so talented that I have to take you to heavenly planets and teach you this singing art. So, and just yesterday, or just today, I think, just today she returned from heavenly planets, and now she wants to see you, because you are famous as the most special girl of the Mathura mandala, of this place. So Radharāṇī said, okay, very nice, interesting. Can you sing for us, oh beautiful Kalavali? And Kalavali said, what kind of song would you like to hear? And Radharāṇī explained that such and such raga I would like you to sing, because it's conducive for this time of the day. Please sing this raga. And then Kalavali, or Krishna in the guise of Kalavali, started to sing. And when he started to sing, the tears were starting to gushing from Radharāṇī's eyes, and also from the eyes of all other gopis, because Krishna was singing so beautifully. Yes. Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī ki jai. So Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī came to hear this story. And Krishna. What are the names? Radha Gopinath?
Radha Gopinath.
Yes. Jai Shri Shri Radha Gopinath ki jai. Yes, so all the gopis started to cry uncontrollably when Krishna was he sang this song so beautifully. And then Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī wanted to embrace Kalavali, because she was so moved by this beautiful singing, and she was about to embrace him, Krishna, and then Lalita came to her and said and whispered in her ear, you are about to embrace your cheating lover. She realized that this is Krishna. And then Kalavali, Radharāṇī said, oh, yes, Kalavali, I want to offer you most beautiful jewelry and most beautiful most beautiful dress. So please undress, that I can dress you then in most beautiful dress. And then Kundalata intervened, and she said, no, it's no need for Kalavali to undress. She's very shy. Just give her a hug and she'll be satisfied. But then Radharāṇī said, how it's possible that she's shy? Because it's known that no girl is afraid and being shy in the company of other girls. So what is this? What's going on? And she said, yes, but she's very shy. Please don't make her embarrassed here. And then also Krishna said, I don't want anything from you, Radharāṇī. You can just give me your hug and I'll be perfectly happy. But then the gopis insisted, if you don't want to take your dress by yourself, we will undress you. Yes, it's fun, and Krishna has fun with these stories. Yes, they are very sweet. It's meant to enjoy, for enjoyment actually. Of course, we are meant to serve Krishna. But these stories are there to attract us. Anugrahaya bhaktanam manushan deham astita. Yes. Krishna has appeared and performed these pastimes to attract people to his pastimes. Yes. This is the purpose of his pastimes, manifest pastimes in this world, to attract our mind, our consciousness to him. So, but when they untied his bodies, these two great kadamba flowers fell out, which were represented as women's breasts. And then, when this happened, all the gopis and Krishna himself also began to laugh hysterically. Yes. And then Lalita said, okay, you performed your play here, now you finished your performance, so now we can go. Then Krishna took back his two kadamba flowers and went to Jatila's place, to mother-in-law of Radharāṇī. And he fell on the ground and starting to rolling on the ground and crying very pitiably. And he said, and Jatila was very moved by Krishna's or Kalavali's very pitiful crying. And she said, my dear daughter, why are you crying so pitifully? And Krishna explained, or Kalavali explained, that I'm a cousin sister of Śrīmatī Radharāṇī from Varshana, and I was together with Śrīmatī Radharāṇī my whole life, and I cannot live without her. And now I came to visit her because I couldn't live without her company. I came here in Yavat to visit her, but she don't want even to look in my direction. Yes, she doesn't want to have anything with me. So I lost my desire to live. Yes, and Jatila was extremely moved by this crying of Kalavali, and she took Kalavali by the hand and went to Radharāṇī's place, and she asked Radharāṇī, what is this kind of behavior? This poor girl came to see you after a long time of separation from you, and you don't want even to greet her and hug her. What's going on? And then Radharāṇī said, "Oh, please, Mother Jatila, don't be disturbed by this childish play. You know, girls are fighting, and the next moment they're also again best of friends. So don't take this childish quarrel as something serious." But Jatila said, "No, I will not tolerate such behavior in my house. So you should immediately embrace Kalavali, and then you should take supper together, and then you should sleep on the same bed." Yes. And then Radharāṇī said, "I don't. We had this fight with Kalavali just because she offended Kundalata. And if Kundalata excuses this offense, then I can make friends with Kalavali again. Otherwise, not." And Kundalata is, of course, a relative of Krishna. And if Kundalata embraces Kalavali, then we will understand that she forgave Kalavali for her offense. And Kundalata protested, and she said, "I didn't. Kalavali not in any way offended me. Why do you saying these things?" And then Radharāṇī said, if this is true, then just embrace Kalavali. What is the problem? But Kundalata didn't move, didn't want to embrace Krishna. And then everyone started to press on Kundalata to embrace Kalavali. Even Jatila said, "Kundalata, although I'm your superior, I'm falling in front of you. Please be merciful upon me and excuse Kalavali and embrace her." But Kundalata still didn't move. And then they forcefully bring Krishna and Kundalata together to embrace. And then all the gopis practically exploded in laughter, but because Jatila was there, they didn't want to express their laughter in front of her, so all they covered their faces with veils and laughed under these veils. And then Jatila was satisfied that now Radharāṇī excused Kalavali because Kundalata embraced Kalavali. So she went to her own places. But then Krishna became very arrogant, and he said, "You just see how I cheated you all." So and then Lalita said that yes, indeed, you have achieved perfection by embracing Kundalata, by enjoying Kundalata. And then Kundalata became very upset by this statement, and she said that, "Do you think that the brother-in-law cannot embrace his sister-in-law? Because you are impure in your heart, then you think that something wrong with this. Or father cannot embrace his daughter." So yes, and Kundalata became very upset, and furiously she left the place, and all other gopis also left behind her to pacify her, and only Krishna and Radharāṇī remained. There. Yes. So Krishna performs such beautiful pastimes just to attract our mind. Yes. To his to become assistants of Radha and Krishna in the spiritual world. And how to become assistants of Radha and Krishna in the spiritual world? This is explained by Rupa Goswami in Upadeshamrita. Upadeshamrita is a book of 11 verses that explain the whole spiritual journey of the soul from the very beginning to the ultimate perfection. And and of course he says in what is this 8th verse, he says Tannama rupa charitade sukirtanano smritoh kramena rasanama nasidni yojya tishtan vrajeta tananragi jananugami kalam nayeta kilam ityupadesha saram. That it is the essence, saram means essence, the essence of all instruction is to always live in Vrindavan. If it is not possible to live physically, at least to live mentally in Vrindavan, and follow the example of the inhabitants of Vrindavan, and always be immersed in glorifying Krishna. Tannama rupa charitadi sukirtananu. So to glorifying the Lord's name, Lord's form, his pastimes, like now we have glorified his pastimes, for example. And be always immersed in this and follow the example of these great souls. This is the essence of all advice. And the same advice practically was given by Lord Chaitanya to Raghunath Das Goswami, who is our Prayojana Acharya, or Acharya who shows us the highest perfection. And he said, Amani mana dakhanya Krishna nama sadalabe Vraja Radha Krishna Seva Manase Koribe. That you should always chant the holy name. First, before he said this, he said, Amani mana dakhanya. Be without pride. Don't expect honor for yourself. Yes, not in any way or form. Don't expect any respect for yourself, but give respect to anyone else. Manada. Krishna Nama Sadalabe. And always chant the holy name. Always chant the holy name. And then Vraja Radha Krishna Seva Manasa Koribe. In your mind, always serve Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan. And as we said, Rupa Goswami in Upadeshamrita explained. So first requirement on this path to develop first a desire to serve Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī is Vacho vegam, manasa krodha vegam, jihva vegam, udarabhasta vegam, etan vegam yo vishakiheta diraha, sarvam apimam pritivim shashishyat. So, one who wants to step really on this spiritual journey, he has to become master of his senses. Because people in this world are slaves of different urges of the body. Yes, of different kinds of urges. Mana is vachovegam. First is the speech. Yes, so we should be very careful not to speak unnecessary things. For example, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in this commentary to this verse, he explains that if one is speaking too much, he has many enemies. Interesting, isn't it? Yes. So, especially gossip is completely detrimental for our spiritual path. Stay away of this gossip mentality. And this is so deep in human existence, this gossip, that there was once, maybe I have told you before, but it's interesting. There was once a Catholic bishop who said that this gossip shouldn't be counted as a sin anymore. Because in Catholic Church, gossip is considered a sin. And so he said that shouldn't be counted as a sin anymore because it's everyone is gossiping. You cannot avoid gossiping. So it shouldn't be counted as a sin. But in our scriptures we can see that this gossiping mentality is very much detrimental for our spiritual life. So we should avoid it by all means. And of course our mind and anger and belly and tongue are very difficult to control. But one who wants to proceed in spiritual path, he had to strive very hard to control these urges of the body. And the next very much important thing is to avoid association of materialistic people. Yes, because you become similar to your association. Yes, what one can be known by the company he keeps. Yes. So if we associate with materialistic people, we'll definitely imbibe this materialistic consciousness. Because we should know that everyone is emanating some conviction, how can I be happy? We establish this fact that everyone wants to be happy. Anandamayo Vyasat. We are all living entities of happiness. So every living entity is emanating this conviction. In this particular way, I can be happy. Isn't it? So people go to the cinema, go to different places of enjoyment, they do different things, and by every action actually, and with every word, they convey to other around in such a way, I believe I can achieve my desired goal, my happiness. Also animals are doing like this, but we are of course less influenced by animals to a certain degree. There was also one famous sage, Saubhari Muni. Maybe you have heard about him. Saubhari Muni was so great sage that he wanted to completely cut all contact with outside world, and he went to the bottom of Yamuna to meditate, that he wouldn't be disturbed by anything in this world. So after meditation, such meditation, severe austerities in the bottom of Yamuna, can you imagine? He meditated for thousands of years actually, and then he saw two fish enjoying. So these two fish were conveying the conviction how to be happy, and he was influenced by two fish, and he came out of the water and married 50 girls. Yes. So he couldn't be free from this desire even after thousands of years of meditation in the bottom of Yamuna. So we should understand that these urges of the body are not possible to control them by our own power. They can be controlled by Krishna's mercy. And Krishna explains this. Devi Hiesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mam Eva Ye Prapadante Maya Metantarantiti. This Mama Maya, or my energy, my illusory energy, which is divine, is my potency. And it's not possible to overcome it by your own strength. Mam eva ye prapadante. Only those who surrender to me can rise above it. No one else. So, please take this Krishna consciousness process very seriously. Because only if we develop great desire to attain Krishna, then we can approach also this intimate pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Otherwise, it's impossible to approach Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. Radharāṇī and Krishna have no contact with material world. We should know this. Many times people are praying to Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī for different material boons, isn't it? But let me tell you a secret. When you pray to Radharāṇī for material boons, she turns to Durga. Yes, because her expansion as Durga, the mother of material nature, she has contact with material nature. Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī doesn't. Yes, Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī is just engaged in spiritual world, in pastimes with Krishna. Yes, she has no business to do in material world. The same is as Krishna. Yes. So don't pray for material boons to Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. Yes, pray only for love, for pure love, because only pure love can satisfy the heart, and nothing else. Nothing else. Yes. And this love, of course, is spiritual love. People misunderstand that this love of material world is also pure, but it's not. Actually, it is explained that there is no love in material world. That what we call love is lust, is some desire for personal satisfaction. And we can see in material world, in modern world, how this is true. Even there are different contracts between husband and wife. Yes, and all relationship in this world are actually, to some degree, mutual exploitation. And and it's actually a business deal. Mutual exploitation means business deal. If I allow you to exploit me in this way, if I can exploit you in this way. And usually in these business deals we try to invest little less than we get the profit from, isn't it? Yes. So also in these relationships, these material relationships, we try to get something more from the relationship that we give to the relationship. So this is no love, actually, but it's mutual exploitation. But those who try to advance spiritually, they will try to achieve pure, genuine love. Yes, and pure, genuine love is ahoitiki apratihata. Savaipum samparo dharmo yato bhakti radokshaje. Ahoitiki apratihata yayatma suprasidati. We can become perfectly happy, suprasidati, only if we develop a Haituki bhakti, unconditional love for the Lord. So, when you turn to the Lord, turn with this desire to serve. Turn with desire to serve, not with desire to exploit Krishna. Because as long as we don't understand that only love will satisfy the heart, then we try also to exploit Krishna, exploit everyone else and also Krishna. So I approach Krishna to give me good job, give me good house, give me good husband or wife, yes, give me good children, give me that, give me this. I pray for peace in this world and other such things. Yes, there's all empty with no substance. The only substance is in pure spiritual love. Therefore, please embark this path very seriously. Otherwise, we cannot develop true, genuine desire to attain Krishna. It is said in 12th chapter of Bhagavad-gita, Mayeva mana adatsva mayi buddhim niveshaya nivasishyasi mayeva ata urdvam asamshaya. That one should engage his mind and intelligence in me only, and then he can dwell in me without doubt. He can be always without me. But if it is not possible to focus our mind completely on Krishna in such a samadhi, and he explains, Atachetam samadatum nashaknoshi maistiram abhyasa yoganatato mamichaptum dananjaya. Then he explains that then engage yourself in abhyasa yoga, in sadhana bhakti, yes, with great enthusiasm. And then if you perform this sadhana bhakti really strictly and in great enthusiasm, then you can develop desire to attain me. Mam ichaptum dhananjaya. Icha means desire, and aptum means attain. So, if you take this process very seriously, we will develop desire to attain Krishna. And then only we can hanker to become associates of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī in the spiritual world. To assist her in these sweet pastimes with Krishna. Hare Krishna. Is there any question or comment or doubt? Yes, please.
You were speaking about the winter time in Vrindavan. Is in the original Vrindavan, is there also winter time?
Sorry?
Hare Krishna. You were speaking about it was winter time when this Leela took place.
Yes.
And is there in the original Vrindavan, is there also winter time?
For Leela purposes, it is.
I have to explain because we talked today or yesterday about what season is there, and I said there is always spring. Because
spring.
So I remember that. I don't know. I don't have any shastric evidence, but I read it somewhere, and I remember that is always spring. And she was telling another story where she heard that there is some rain and winds or whatever dark conditions. So we were arguing what season is prevailing there.
No, it is explained in Shastra that all different seasons are serving Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan. So there are all seasons in Vrindavan. And all seasons have different charm, different attraction for Radha and Krishna, to serving Radha and Krishna. Yes. Winter, when it's cold, it's also very nice, because then Radha and Krishna and the gopis have to be very tightly together, not to be cold.
additional question. Now these seasons, they would come like according to the lila or the mood of Krishna, or is there a certain time, like when is this?
Both.
Season? Okay.
Both. Yes. These seasons are serving Radha and Krishna according to the need of Radha and Krishna. And they are also there. So we should know that in spiritual world everything is ever existing. So all these seasons are also ever existing. And it is also said that all these different seasons acquire the quality of spring also. So you were both right.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for your amazing lecture. I just would like to ask, can you share another lila of Radha and Krishna?
Yes, we don't have so much time. Once Krishna played a flute in Vrindavan, and all the gopis left everything immediately. Some gopis were baking some cakes in the ovens, but they left them immediately and didn't care what is going on with the cakes in the oven. Some were milking cows. So some of them were serving the superiors and in-laws even. Some were serving their husbands. Some were putting cosmetics on their faces. But all, immediately when they heard the Krishna's flute, they immediately left everything on the spot and just left. Even if they just put half cosmetics on their faces. Or some were breastfeeding their babies, and they were just putting the babies away and just left immediately. They didn't take any care of what is going on, what is happening. And then they came to Krishna in the middle of the night in the ferocious forest, where different beasts were there and other creatures, dangerous creatures like scorpions and snakes were there. But they were not afraid. They were not even considering that there are any danger in this forest. So they came, and then Krishna, in this very polite mood, he asked them, "Oh, gopis, you have come. Very nice. How are you? Is everything nice in Vrindavan? How come that you have come in the middle of the night, so deep in the forest? It's not very safe, this place. So it's better to you to return home." And then the gopis were very despondent that they were sent back home by Krishna. And they said to Krishna, "You shouldn't speak such cruel words with us. Please don't be stubborn. Accept us and dance with us." And after such talk, they danced. And when they danced, the gopis were thinking that we are the best girls in the whole universe. And then suddenly Krishna disappeared from the rasa dance. And gopis became mad in this separation from Krishna, and they were searching for Krishna all over the forest, and they were some were identifying with Krishna. They were so maddened by this separation. It's called, this state of consciousness is called unmada, or madness. One gopi said, Krishnoham pashyatagatim. I'm Krishna, look how gracefully I move, I walk. Yes. Of course, this is not this impersonalist thinking that he's God, but they were so mad in the thought of Krishna that they forgot themselves completely, and they were asking different trees and creatures, where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Please tell me, where is Krishna? And then they saw two pairs of footprints in the dust. And they saw that one pair of footprints are Krishna's footprints, and the other footprints were smaller, of one other gopi. And then they said this famous verse from Śrīmad Bhagavatam, Anayaradito nunam Bhagavan Haririshvara Yono Vihaya Govinda Pritoyam Anayatraha. That this fortunate gopi worshipped Krishna so nicely that Krishna abandoned all of us and just went with her alone. Here actually Shukadeva Goswami in Śrīmad Bhagavatam mentions Śrīmati Radhārāṇī's names indirectly. Yes. And they were searching then further on, and they found later Radha, who was unconscious, left alone. So after some time, Radharāṇī also started to think that Krishna left all other gopis who are full of love for Krishna, but he chose to associate with me only. And so Krishna asked her, where do you want to go? And she said that I cannot walk any further. Please take me wherever you want. And then Krishna said, okay, just climb to my shoulders. And when he said so, he disappeared. And then Radharāṇī started to cry. And she said, Ha nata ramana prishta kvasi mahabhucha tasyaste kripanaya me sakhe darshaya sanidim. Oh Krishna, my master, where are you? Where are you? I cannot see you. I'm your miserable servant. So we can see, it is explained by our acharyas, that in separation of Krishna, this great humility comes on the surface of a devotee's heart. Because in sweetness of relationship with Krishna, everything is so sweet that they forget that Krishna is the Lord and his servants. But in separation, great humility overcomes the heart of a devotee. Even Nanda and Yashoda, when Uddhava came from Mathura to Vrindavan, they were praying like they are Krishna's servants. And Śrīmati Radharāṇī here also, she was praying as, I'm your servant. Ha Nata. Nata means master. Where are you? Dasyasti kripanayami. Please be merciful to your wretched servant. Yes. Please be merciful to your wretched servant. So, because we all experience this separation from Krishna, we should also imbibe this great humility. Great humility. Trinada pisunichana, tarori vasishnana, amarina manatina, kirtine sadahari. Yes, without this attitude of great humility and to be ready to offer all respects to others and not expect respect for yourself, one can approach this mood of the gopis, and come to this level to hanker after it, because without this deep longing, with this deep hankering, we cannot achieve it. It is actually, we can never achieve it. It will not be bestowed upon us. Yes, because it is said, Krishna tad bhakta karunya matra lobeka hetuka pushti margataya kashit iyam raga nagochate. Because we can approach Vrindavan bhakti only by Raganuga bhakti. This is explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. There is no other way. But we can attain Raganuga bhakti only by mercy. Only by mercy. Krishna tad bhakta karunya matra lobeka hetuka. We can achieve this hankering, loba, or greed for the pastimes of Radha and Krishna only by mercy of Krishna and his devotees. Krishna tad bhakta karunya. Yes. Therefore, we should pray constantly for mercy. And mercy is available, but we should open our heart to receive the mercy. And mercy can be received in very humble heart. Yes, very humble heart, in which lust and other enemies of this world have no place. Yes. So, therefore, I explained that we should chase away these enemies of the heart, like lust and anger and greed, especially, and envy, and illusion and pride. There are 6 greatest enemies of the soul. Yes. If we don't give them the place in our heart, although they occupy our heart, but we want to get rid of them. This should be our attitude. I want to get rid of them. I pray to the Lord, please help me purify my heart, because I have no other hope to attain you. So then only we can have proper vision of these pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Otherwise, it's not possible. Hare Krishna. Yes?
Okay, I can speak loudly.
The microphone is coming.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you very much. I have 2 small questions. First question, can you please explain, is it important to know about the 10 pets of Śrīmatī Radhārāṇī? She has 10 pets. And second question is about the mantra 108 names of the Radharāṇī. Should we also repeat this mantra in this day?
Everything connected with the spiritual existence is beneficial. Everything connected with our desired mood is beneficial. So, when we try to go deep in our spiritual relationship with Krishna and Śrīmatī Radhārāṇī, we should also hear about her and chant about her, and about Radha and Krishna together, of course. Because Radharāṇī, it is explained, by chanting Krishna's name, we conquer the heart of Śrīmatī Radhārāṇī. And by chanting Radha's name, we conquer the heart of Krishna. Because Radharāṇī is not interested in hearing her own name. But Krishna is interested in hearing the Radha's name. Yes. So we always meditate on Radha and Krishna together. Yes, this is also our purpose, to bring Radha and Krishna together. Yes, this is the purpose of the gopis. And Lord Chaitanya himself, he took different items from different sampradayas, and from Nimbarka sampradaya he took complete surrender to Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī and Gopi Bhava. So therefore we should, because we are all coming in the movement of Lord Chaitanya, to strive to this purpose, to this goal, but in proper way. So hearing about Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī is of course very good for your spiritual life, but this should be also accompanied by reading of Srimad Bhagavatam regularly, and Chaitanya Charitamrita regularly, and Bhagavad Gita regularly. Yes. So every day you should read these 3 books. Yes, every day, without exception. If you won't read these 3 books very systematically from beginning to the end, and then again and again and again, not that if we finish once, that then we are done. No, we should read repeatedly. So when you properly understand this, then only it is possible to properly understand these pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Otherwise we will take them as something mundane, like mundane relationship between a boy and a girl, which is not, which is wrong conception. Yes. Therefore Srila Prabhupada said that religion without philosophy is just sentimentalism, and philosophy without religion is just mental speculation. Yes. So we should go deep in our Sambandha Gyan also. Who are we? That we are always the servant, and we can see that these most intimate associates of Krishna, they have this strong identification as Krishna's servants, So we should also consider ourselves as servants in every regard, yes, as Krishna's servants, and just pray to be allowed to meditate in proper mood. Therefore, the most conducive meditation is Hare Krishna Mahamantra meditation. And it is explained in Shastra that by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you will develop Krishna Prema, Radha and Krishna Prema in Vrindavan. So we should know how to properly chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And properly chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is chanting without offense. And so we should know what are the offenses against the chanting of the holy name. Because if you chant the holy name with offenses, it's not possible to develop love of Krishna. It's not possible even to hanker after it. Yes. We'll stay on the surface. Don't stay on the surface. Never stay on the surface. Always go deep in your relationship with Krishna, especially in chanting of the holy name. Because Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Namaiva Kevalam, Kalo Nastyeva, Nastyeva, Nastyeva Gatiranata. In this age of Kali, it's no other possible way than chanting of the holy names. Yes. And Krishna explains that Yagyana Japa Yagyasmi. Amongst the Yagyas, I'm Japa Yagya. I'm chanting of the holy names on our japa beats, individual meditation. So we should take this chanting of the holy name extremely seriously. This is our only hope to attain Krishna. But we cannot chant in proper mood without proper hearing. Therefore Prabhupada said that hearing is the first requirement. Yes, hearing is the first requirement. Then only we can appreciate also Radharāṇī's pets and Radharāṇī's 108 names. So first go deep in the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and then we'll properly appreciate all other features of the spiritual world. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much.
Yes, please.
As you explained, Prabhu, that material world, there is a perverted reflection of spiritual world. Just like love is lust, but the pure love is in spiritual. I
Yes.
also heard from in one of the book, or maybe in quote, that if a new person come in Krishna consciousness, he understands the whole philosophy within a half of year. But to apply this philosophy, it will take his whole life. So how to overcome this disease, that how to take right action after knowing everything, but our actions are different?
Yes. Prabhupada was once asked, how can one become sincere? And Prabhupada asked him, how can one become a drunkard? You have to associate with drunkards if you want to become a drunkard. Then you'll become a drunkard very quickly. So, you should associate with sincere devotees only, and you'll become sincere very quickly. It won't take the whole life to become sincere. And actually, the time have no power to make you sincere. So you can remain unsincere for many lifetimes, unlimited lifetimes. So associate with sincere devotees who dedicate their time and life to chanting of the holy name. Otherwise, it's very difficult to become sincere just on your own. So join Bhakti Sangha, for example, with sincere devotees, and chant and discuss Krishna. And come regularly here, and most importantly also chant your rounds very seriously, at least 16 without offense. And then you don't have just bookish knowledge, but also some realization. Without realization, no progress is possible. Yes. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehina rasavarcham rasopyasya param drishtva nivartate. It's explained by Krishna in 2nd chapter of Bhagavad-gita, that we can understand something, that something is beneficial for me and something is not. But as long as we don't develop higher taste, we will engage in lower taste again and again and again, because we are accustomed to find happiness in lower taste, and we have to taste something because we are living entities of pleasure. And so as long as we don't taste pleasure in the spiritual realm, we'll definitely try to taste it on material level. So when you hear about Krishna and the process of Krishna consciousness, don't just think, I know this philosophy very well. you should live it with all your heart. Otherwise, your life is not very much spiritual. Prabhupada mentioned in one article in Back to Godhead from 1960. That means 5 years before he went to the West. And he said that there are many under the guise of Vaishnavas who appear like Vaishnavas, but and he uses this example from chemistry because he was a chemist. When they are put in the acid test of genuinity, they prove to be mundane. So we shouldn't fall in this category of just declaring ourselves as Vaishnavas, but we should strive to develop deep, meaningful relationship with Krishna. Only then there is hope. Otherwise there is no hope. Yes. So take it seriously. Go deep in your chanting. Don't stay on the surface. Yes. Because tendency of the people is to take things cheaply and just mechanically do something and they think that this is done. But it's not, because this is Krishna consciousness. It's about consciousness. It's not about mechanical doing things. Yes. So associate with those who are serious, and you will become serious also. Hare Krishna. You had a question?
First of all, thank you very much for this lecture full of rasa. It was very nice.
Hare Krishna.
You mentioned on the beginning that the living entities are expansions of Radharāṇī. So
Yes.
I heard, okay, that we have Krishna's Vishnu Tattva, Radharāṇī is the Shakti Tattva, and we are Jiva Tattva. How comes this all together? And it's also said that the gopis are the expansion of Radharāṇī. That means also.
Yes.
So, what are we now? We want to go back to Vrindavan in the service to Radharāṇī. What is with us? Are we Jiva Tattva, or how this all comes together?
Yes. Radharāṇī is original Shakti. Shakti means energy. And all other energies come from Śrīmatī Radharāṇī. And there are unlimited different energies. And all these energies are meant only for Krishna's satisfaction. Only for Krishna's satisfaction. This is the only purpose of anything that exists, is Krishna's pleasure. So we should also exist for Krishna's pleasure. So all different Shaktis, like internal energy, Antaranga Shakti, Bahiranga Shakti, and Tatastha Shakti, are emanating from Śrīmatī Radharāṇī for Krishna's pleasure. So we, as Krishna's energy, are also emanating ultimately from Śrīmatī Radharāṇī, as all other energies. And as such, our only purpose is to bring pleasure to Krishna. Yes. And therefore, Prabhupada also said that preaching is the essence. So, and in the Vedas, the Vedic notion is Sarve Sukhino Bhavantu. Let all living entities be happy. And this is the purpose, to connect them with Krishna, and only then can be happy. So, as all other energies are meant for Krishna's satisfaction, and ultimately Radharāṇī is Hladini Shakti, the energy of giving pleasure. So all other energies are also these expansions of Hladini Shakti, of giving pleasure to Krishna. Of course, because Jiva is Anu, that means insignificant, we can give insignificant pleasure to Krishna. But Krishna enjoys in our pleasure also. So we should, and according to Lord Chaitanya, we should hanker to become assistants of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī in the spiritual world. And he showed this by his own example. But we should take it in proper mood, because without proper mood we will miss it. And this is very important to understand. So technically speaking, everything comes from Krishna, including Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. So Krishna says, Mamaivam Shur Jiva Loke Jiva Bhutak Sanatana. That every living entity is his amsha, is his part and parcel. And he says that he's the seed of every living entity also. But we should know that everything Krishna is doing through his energies. And the ultimate energy is Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. So as a sun cannot exist, the sun cannot exist without light and heat. So Krishna also doesn't exist without his energies. Yes. It's craziness to think that sun can be without light and heat. Yes. So if sun is without light and heat, is no sun anymore. So Krishna without his energies is not Krishna. Krishna is always with his energies. Yes. And of course there is no question of light and heat without the sun. So there is no question of energies without Krishna also. So all energies are emanating from Krishna, but Radharāṇī is the topmost energy from which all other energies emanate. So we, as particles of energy, are ultimately also coming from Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. Hare Krishna. Okay. Thank you very much for your attention. Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Bol, Shri Radha Maha Mahotsava ki jai. Hare Krishna.